got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Bill, you want it? Check, check. Wait a 9. Bang, 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 bang. Watch twist. Twist. Yo, Chief. Out. Ain't no way. Come back down. Check 3. Fight down. Right, here we go. Switch. That's up.
On first down, Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is, oh my my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. First carry for Nick Chubb. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5. Hey, echo. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 50. 20 right. Watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Hey, wahoo! Push him back.
Mayfield on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
16 yards. First down, Cleveland.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
He's coming. He's got double
Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check. Pick the edge. White. That's it.
Now Carr. And Diggs has it. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 22 and brings up third down.
Monday, down. You ready? 34. All day, dog. Wide. Get wide. Do straight, Chief.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
694. Hey, Foxtrot. Let's go. Yo, Chief. Check three.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Mack Wilson able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Here's Beckham. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. A first update now out of Jacksonville. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Hey, alert 33. Watch the safety creep. Hey, alert 33.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Regular. Hey, Alpha.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check hot, hot, hot. Slam, slam, slam. Big gas, big gas, big gas. Alert, 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 alert.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. It's caught by OBJ. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A run for Nick Chubb. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, 2. Check back, check back.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Hey, Haywood. Check, Gumbo. Check, check, check. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Play to 1. Switch it, come on, switch it. We got it.
From the 29, Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They run. Chubb. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Go. Watch the screen.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 10 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Rip right. Switch. Back. Move it down. Kill. 61, matchbox lights.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check four. Right now. Watch the twist. Check nine.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
You better bring. I'm letting you know. You're mine. 36. Kill. That's right. Check.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Browns 17, Vikings 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And some room to run now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Express. 93. 93. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Your mic. Check safety. Check safety. SOS. SOS.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Even. 4 down. Even. Tight dog.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Who's right, Chief? 4 down. 84. Who's got 84? Check 84. Watch that. Check 52. Hey. OP. Check 24. Deuce.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's now 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Check Mike, 99. Purdue, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Fresno. Watch Twiz. Moving down. Check 50. He's checking.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Beckham the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go. Hey, Team 6.
To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
King. 36. Line 38. High 7.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's go, defense.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. Left side caught by Diggs. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. into the red zone. It's Carr. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check Mike, 99. Mike, 99. Check Mike. Goes up. Check Mike, 99. Mike, 99. Let's go.
Carr going to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here's Mayfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Landry the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, on 133.
Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, orbit. Check, check.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Regular. Check, Mike.
Mayfield to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So the false start will back them up 5. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Hey, Delta. Try down. Hey, turn it up. Check 3. Showing it.
From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
We got to step it up. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. You.
Here's Carr to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Vikings 28, Browns 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go. 54.
Mayfield down. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
First down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll give it to Chubb. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
He's crossing. Under 10, under 10, 10. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Real. Out. Hurry. No.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
53. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, Echo.
Here's Carr. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
Brings up third down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2.
Get your swerve on. Ready, 9. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Oh, yeah.
To throw, it's Carr. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Here we go. Let's go. White. 53. Mike, 53. Let him know. Shift. Check. Pick the edge. What's it on? Hey, alert 3.
To throw his Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and 15.
Check Mike, man. Hey, wahoo! Watch his flag. Go Chief. Check three.
From the gun, Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle made by Everson Griffin. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
36, line 36. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watch the slats.
On first down, Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr setting up the screen for Cook. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And he's able to find Diggs. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Check, 180. Check, walk 54, walk 54. You look right. Point it right. Run. Hey, box truck. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Check the outs. One touch.
From the 24, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 76 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Browns 38, Vikings 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And Diggs has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 6 guys. Check nickel. X3, 218, chop it. Wait away. Slam.
On first down, Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Josh Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Check.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Low.
Carr gonna go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The final score now coming from Nashville. And it was the Jets coming away victorious there. A win would be their first of the young season. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, here we go.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Check 43.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason.